practicing tactical skills, shooting, coordination. This footage shows the training of the newly formed Siberia Battalion of the Ukrainian army. All of its soldiers are Russian citizens. The unit currently numbers 60 people, all of whom are volunteers. None of them were recruited from Russian prisoners of war. They left the Federation on their own and arrived in Ukraine through third countries.
Being a scoundrel is worse for me, so I overcome my fears for my own life and understand that I must do something so that, through inaction, I do not participate in this evil that I see. Not if, but when Ukraine reaches the borders of 1991, and if, due to fears that Russia will use nuclear weapons, it doesn't go further, I would rather want, by this movement, that a fairly massive combat-ready unit has been formed from sensible Russians who, with arms in hands, will achieve the defeat of the Putin regime.
The lion's share of Siberia soldiers are representatives of Russian ethnic minorities. They strive for their republics to become independent from Moscow and view Ukraine's victory in the war as a step towards their goal.
They, starting from Tsarist Russia, when they colonized us, they destroyed our culture, our language, our traditions. They are simply engaged in Russification. We are really tired of this. Understand us. We live poorly. They take everything from us. We are not even gasified. How long can you trust him? Russia, as it was in Tsarist times, as it was under the USSR, remains the same now under Putin. We are really tired of this. I am tired of this, of depending on it. I want independence for my republic and to decide my own destiny.
The soldiers of the Siberia Battalion underwent through testing to determine their commitment to Ukraine and then signed a military contract and received army call signs to protect their identity. In comments to Bloomberg, Ukrainian officials said they expected to involve more Russian citizens, especially members of national minorities, in Ukraine's defense.
We also suffer losses, unfortunately. We are glad to all those who are ready to help us on the battlefield. As far as I know, they undergo a fairly thorough check. And in principle, if there hadn't been it, and there had been some kind of a big scandal that could harm our trust in these individuals, then Russia would have taken advantage of this and wouldn't definitely spread it around.
The leadership of the Ukrainian Defense Forces has significant experience in working with foreign military personnel, including citizens of Russia and Belarus. It is important to understand that military personnel with a non-Ukrainian citizenship are not mercenaries. After all, they all sign a contract with the armed forces of Ukraine and accordingly become combatants. The Freedom of Russia Legion, the Russian Volunteer Corps, the Kastuy-Kalinovsky Regiment, consisting of Belarusians. All these units have proven their worth on the battlefield more than once. The Siberia Battalion will also have such an opportunity in the near future. Reported by Diana Kolesnik, Valeria Nekipelova, UATV News.